All right, guys, I'm gonna cut straight to the chase. It's an absolutely beautiful day. We got a lot of dirt to move and not a lot of time to do it. Let me show you what we got. You guys may or may not recognize this location here. This is where we took out a whole bunch of trees last fall. This was all woods down through here. This is a big old ditch. It was just a whole bunch of nasty right there. So kind of on to phase 2 of this whole project right here. Yesterday we were down here. I got some tile plowed in. Man, look at that. That water is running like crazy down there. That is wild. Anyways, getting sidetracked. Focus. You need to focus. All right, focus. What we're gonna do today is this area right here is probably draining close to, I'm gonna say 20 to 25 acres. There's a lot of water comes down through here. Eventually this system, if you guys watched the last video, eventually this system is gonna continue on. We'll be able to alleviate some of the water coming all the way down to here. But what we're gonna do for now, this needs to be an end-all, be-all stop. Also, if you guys remember from the last videos, a property line is like right down through here. So we own on that side, and the guy that farms for us and the neighbor owns on this side. So a lot of this water goes down through there onto us and then floods out a whole big area down there, which really hurts our crop production. So we're gonna build probably the biggest dry dam we have ever gonna build. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna dam all the way across there from point A to point B. Whenever we get a hard rain, this whole area is going to fill up with water, and then over the course of the next day or two, that's going to meter it out, let it out controlled down to the ditch. But this is going to be by far the biggest and most substantial dry dam we've ever built. I can promise you that. So all right, we got a lot of good topsoil down here. You guys remember back from the videos of clearing all this, Jerry and I went through a lot of extra length to save the topsoil. I'm going to strip topsoil in this area right here. And then I don't know for sure where we're going to bring dirt out of. We might bring it off over there. I don't know. We buried some stuff in here. There's a whole bunch of ash buried in here somewhere. If you guys remember from those videos where we had Bubba dump up, about lost it. Yeah, good time. That was a good time. Hope we don't find that hole again. All right, let's do this. All right, got majority of our topsoil stripped. The nice part about this all flooding down here is whenever the river comes up, it's kind enough to put us, I don't know, it depends on how long it's up, 2 or 3 inches of new topsoil, or call it whatever you want. It deposits something. But usually it grows grass, so that part's good. But first thing we're gonna do, I think, for starting the majority of this dam is, I don't know if you guys can kind of tell the profile of the field, how it kind of transitioned. This is technically supposed to be the access road through there. So I think I'm gonna kind of change that profile a little bit. That way, if it ever comes to a place where they want to plant just straight on down through there, they can. They don't have this big jog right there. And that should give us a pretty decent little knot of dirt to start building our dam up. So probably gonna go down through there one time this way where the dam's gonna be. I'm not gonna dig an actual keyway, but I want to make sure we don't bury all this corn stalk and brush and all that random stuff. So we'll take one pass through there, stripping topsoil, shove it up over on the other side, and then start moving some actual dirt. am really liking what I'm seeing over here. Hopefully, if this works out the way I'm thinking, if they want to, they can almost make a planter pass right down the backside of this dam. Back slope of this dam will blend in perfectly with that slope right there where it transitions down into the road. So I think that's going to be a very feasible possibility. The problem is we got about as much dirt as I think we can get out for there right now. The downfall is, and what I don't like to see, is this water coming out of the ground right here. That's not good. And I think I think that has something to do with that big pile of trash and ash we buried in here somewhere. I really hope we don't arise any old gremlins down there. That's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good at all. We need this dirt right here. Worst case scenario, we'll have to dig it back out and rebury it with a track hoe, but let's see if we can keep from coming to that. So yeah, I'm rambling. Let's stop that and shove some dirt. Check it out, guys. We got us a wall of dirt. That came together way quicker and way nicer than what I thought I was going to. We definitely got down into our old borrow pit right here. You can just kind of start seeing a little bit of the ash pop through, and the majority of it's right up in there. This is actually the lower corner of it. So now that I kind of know and can kind of see, I did have a line here you can see almost exactly. It's right here is the edge of it. You can kind of see it goes right up in there and then comes around. But what's amazing about it, even though it's saturated with water, it's not pumping real bad. It's actually pretty solid, which is a good thing. I do have some dirt right through here, but this is where we plowed that tile through here, so I don't want to take a whole lot more out. So I think what little bit of dirt we're going to need, we'll kind of bring off that upper ridge and wrap it around. I just want to kind of get down here and eyeball and see where we're at. I think we're pretty close. Long story short, guys, I think we just about got it. I think we just need to polish it off. So let's do it. Well, there it is, guys. Hopefully you seen what you needed to see. You kind of jiggled sideways up there on top of the dozer on me, but that turned out exceptionally well. Our little spot here is still bleeding out, but the good news is it's wet, but it's solid, and I'm not sure how much of this he's going to farm anyways, and hopefully that'll dry out a little bit. That tile we put in there has to go really close to catching the bottom corner of that pit, which should be taking some water out there. I wonder if we can see if there's any water going down the tile itself. You guys never can see. I'll have to look for you. Oh yeah, she's running pretty good down there. She's definitely flowing some water. So, but yeah, that turned out absolutely awesome. Aaron is actually over on the other side with the D4. If I get it from him here in a little bit, I may hop up here and just kind of touch up a few little loose edges, but for the most part, should be able to, speak of the devil, look who's coming. Right there he is. But for the most part, that should look pretty good. Back side's farmable, front side's farmable. Top side's nice and wide. Should make a nice temporary lake with a drain in the bottom of it. We're in good shape, folks. Oh man, look at that water already in there, guys. That is absolutely crazy. There's literally water running in the end of the pipe. Wowzers. If you haven't noticed, that one's still missing the riser. We're still waiting on our supply company, which we love. They're awesome. Supposed to be dropping this one off, and it obviously hasn't made it here yet, but I got the shovel blocking the end. We're gonna go ahead and build the dam and do what we can here. So this one's gonna be a little bit of a different scenario. We're not gonna have a great big hole, a great big holding area, anything like that. We just got a little lazy area of water right here we want to catch, get in the pipe and get through here. The dam is actually going to be built by elevating this road up a little bit. So basically we're going to build this road up just a little bit to create a dam. A little bit of a hole, a little bit of a dam. You guys kind of get the point. But Aaron's got down here. He's, excuse me. There's our T connection. It runs up to that little dam I was just talking about. Aaron's down here at the D4 trying to get this all cleaned up a little bit. This is, man, between the slick river mud and the nasty corn stalks. This is an absolute fight. Aaron's actually got this looking extremely well. There's the dam we just built right there in the background, but hopefully this will all heal itself up now that we've got all this water controlled coming down through there. Hopefully it'll dry all that up down there. I'll go down here and show you guys the water running out of the end of the pipe, but I think it's actually down in the water still. So the river did drop a little bit more. We just need to actually cut the pipe off now so we can see it coming out the end. But everything's drying up. If you guys want to know what the hurry or what the urgency is, they are literally planting on the other end of the farm. So they will be down here hopefully. They're wanting to hopefully plant that field tomorrow if the water holds out, which we should be ready for them. This one will be a little farther out because it's going to be beans and not corn. But there's the end of the pipe there. Oh yeah, she's running pretty good. Heck yeah, and the river's down. This is pretty much pool down through here now. If you guys remember this ditch when we dug it out, it held just about that much water. It'll eventually, over the years, silt itself in with the river coming up and down. So don't hurt anything to be like that. Works out good. All right, back to work. All right, here's the deal. I'm running a little low on GoPro batteries. We're also running low on time. We're gonna have to do this one the magic way. Voila, there you guys go. That was quite the finger snap there. That's like, we're like 3 weeks into the future. 2.5 weeks in the future. There's been a lot going on. It got dark on me building this last dam, and then we had a major threat of rain. The farmers actually got the field planted. I don't know if you guys can see, I got beans in here. They're just now starting to come up, but the night after we got all this built, we got like 3 inches of rain, and this whole system got a major test. Give me just a little bit. I kind of take you guys around the farm and show you how everything performed. This dam here did excellent. You can actually see how high the water got. It did run over slightly just down the road right here. Honestly, we just ran out of time is what it come down to. I am a little surprised about the amount of water that comes into this little bitty dam. It's only catching this little section of field right here, but it was enough for it to come up and drain back out. But long story short, the water did not go across the property line down into our field over there. I don't know if you can tell over there, but that is completely dry. That used to be an absolute swamp. So it's working. It's working. All right, let's go up here and check out the big dam, because it's super impressive. All right, guys, if you look close, you can kind of see how high the water got. I got some pictures of it when it was full. It was pretty impressive. But in reality, if you get down here a little bit closer and look, it only got about 6 inches over the top of that riser, which is not bad at all. We still had about 4 feet more dam before it was going to go over. We had 1.5 inches, almost 2 inch rain. Then like 6 hours or 7 hours later, we had another 1.5 inches rain. So that was a really good test to make sure this dam was going to have enough capacity to hold. And it did. Keep in mind, right now we're draining about 27 acres into this dam. Once we get the rest of this system put in, hopefully next year, that'll be divided up, so there won't be quite as much water coming into this dam, and should help relieve some of the pressure off of it. But the best news is, whenever it was full, it had a nice controlled release. It took about 11 hours. Completely drained out. All the topsoil still over here in his field, and nothing's washed or eroded on the backside, which is exactly what we wanted to do. Still a few little random wet spots down there through the rain, but in the past, that whole slough down through there would be just absolutely soaked. Take a month or better for it to drain out. They'd run a little bit of tillage on that. They can have it planted in absolutely no time. So this right here is definitely a huge success. So all right, we're gonna jump around to our other field we worked over there. I'm kind of giving you guys a tour. Let's go all the way up to the trees and check out that first dry dam we put in that long run down through there. And I'll show you guys how it's performing. So this is the dry dam we built several videos back. I just want to give you guys an update on it. It's performing absolutely flawless as well. With all these heavy rains, it got up just over the riser. We still had probably 18 to 20 inches of dam left before it ever went over. The fuller it gets, the more surface area and capacity we got. This one's actually designed to overflow down the road ditch and go that way, and it honestly hasn't even come close. Hasn't even come close to doing it. But this is kind of the issue we were fighting on this one. This is the water coming off the other neighbor's property, and this pipe runs pretty much non-stop. So you can only imagine before all this water was going down, and then our field lays very, very flat down through there, kept this whole bottom saturated, and it is it's perfectly dry. Huge improvement, huge improvement. We also got 2 or 3 other small dry dams we put way out here in the field. I'm not going to drive out there to them. They all worked pretty well. They all work good as well. You got to keep in mind with these, the way these are built and spec'd, they should handle about 90% of the rains we get. There's going to be 1 or 2 rains every couple years that may overrun the system, but this helps keep it economical. If you build it for the biblical flood, you end up taking up too much field space and spending too much money to do it. And by that time, there's so much water in the field anyways, it don't matter if the dam runs over a little bit. So let's go down and check the risers, not the risers, the outlets. I'll show you how they're running. And we're gonna wrap this one up and move on to some bigger and better things. So there it is, guys. You can see it running out this tile, pretty much the equal of what it's running in the other end. That's that 8-inch tile we put in that runs almost 3/4 of a mile up to the trees there, draining that dry dam we were just at. And she's running absolutely beautifully. Like a dream, like it's supposed to. All right, let's go check the other one out. And there's the other one. It's still running as well. We are about 4 days removed from our last big rain, and to see all this drying up so nicely, knowing what it did before, is very, very, very encouraging. All the hard work, effort, wrestling with mud, everything else means it was well worth it. So that's gonna be a wrap on this one, guys. These fields are officially turned over to the farmer. He's going to hopefully the weather will hold out. He'll get this one here planted in the next couple days, and the other one up there planted in the next couple days, and we'll be out of here till harvest. We may come back and finish up the rest of that system over if we get time, and it's a good farming year. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, big old thumbs up. Make sure you catch us on the next one. Consider subscribing if you haven't. We're out of here.